You see, one thing about marriage, is not something that you do, I know it all, over sabi and all that. No, 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 no. Marriage will humble you. It will humble you. Oh. It's only God. You see, this God is only God who leads the way. So pray always for God to lead my beauties. Welcome back again to the channel. Welcome to NOMSO'S world. If you're meeting and seeing me for the first time, nice to meet you and thanks for clicking in this video. My name is NOMSO, short for NOMSO'S world. I am a beautiful mom of 5 amazing children, queens and kings, in fact. So in this channel we do things that has to do with lifestyle, motherhood, chit chat, vlogs, trending, ogbenge gist. Like sometimes I give ogbenge gist in this channel to keep the channel going. So if this is what you're interested in watching, click on that subscribe button for me, subscribe to this channel and turn on the post notification bell so that each time there's a new video in this channel, you will not be left out to be notified to come and watch. To all my returning OGs, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. I'm making this video as of October ending, and hopefully I'll be updating it by next month, November. So if you're seeing this video now, happy new month of November. If your birthday is in this November, happy birthday in Adi. Yes, happy birthday in Adi. May God bless your new age, and also happy new month of blessings. May God bless us in this new month in all our hustles, all our endeavors, all that we do, including education, academic, traveling, a lot of things, health, healing, and all that. May God see each and every one of us through, because we really need this blessing, you know. And then on this YouTube streets, may God continue to see us through, so that we'll continue to be bringing the best of a content to you. This street is not easy, so I am here to tell you this beautiful story of my life. Yes. So as you all can see from the title of this video, why I had to quit my marriage, and also why I decided to do so, and also the best age for you to get married, and all you need to know about marriage. So this is what I am here to say. So it happens that marriage is a thing of a mindset. Yes, I'll call it is a thing of mindset. It doesn't really have to be of age, but if I may say, marriage, at least when you're getting married, at least you can reach from the age of from 24, 25, even 23 years, but not the other way around. We need to be matured in some things. So maturity is not everybody that's matured, even if your age does not show that you're matured up here, you know what I mean. So marriage has to do with your mindset, maturity, understanding, and the way you see things and understand things. So that is it. So I would advise you, if you're embarking on the journey of marriage, pray for God for wisdom, knowledge, understanding, patience, tolerance, and also love, and also being able to forgive. You see, marriage has to do a lot with forgiveness. And this takes me back to my journey of my marriage. That was sometime I was 20 years. I got married in my early 20s, so I was like 20 plus when I got married. Marriage does not have to do with sex. You know, you'll be like, you love having it, you love doing it, that everything. It does not have to do with sex. It does not have to do with enjoyment though. Yes, there is quite a time that you'll be enjoying yourself and all that with your partner, but marriage is bitter. It is sweet and it's bitter. Yes, marriage is also a reality. If you're this type of person that you cannot like stay with one man, you cannot handle about one man, don't think about getting married. You can live your life, enjoy the best of your life, because once you are in marriage, it's a lifetime thing. No, you're already in, so you don't have those time again and those opportunities again to be doing all those things, because this is a promise. You have already promised this person you're going to live with that person for better or for worse. Yes, so you will not look at every other guy. In fact, that's your wife or your husband is just the best among best in the whole wide world. So this is what marriage is all about. Don't think that when you get married you'll be enjoying like sex is not every day, because it's not food though. Although sometimes some people do, I don't know about them, I'm talking about myself. So it's not something that you do every day because of the other disadvantages that comes with it. Also know that when you get married, marriage is not that you're going to be marrying one person. No, that one person came with, has a family member, has kindred, has village people. So it is not only that person you are getting married to, you are also getting married to his people, his village people, where he's come from, and his state as well. So you leave your own behind, and then you go and meet this family where you're going to stay and spend the rest of your life with this partner whom you have chosen to love and to cherish. So that is what marriage is all about. So don't have the mindset that you're only going to meet one person, because this is what it is. So I know that one day my past will come to reality, and on this day it has come to reality, of which I am happy to share this with you, my fans and my congregation. So I got married, like I said, in my early 20s. I got married. Before I got married, I had my husband now, who was my boyfriend. He came from the same village. I got to know him through one of my teachers. He was actually my mathematics teacher, whom my dad pays to teach me, carry me along, and teach me mathematics while I was still in secondary school. So this guy comes to our house to teach me and my other siblings. So from there, I one day he came with my husband, and seeing him and all that, greeting him, and yeah. So I think it was like two times I've seen them together. Next was then in my secondary school, while I was graduating from high school. So I was one of the inter sports teachers during my set. So I went out to, after teaching them the match past, I went out to quickly get some cold drink. While I went outside the gate, crossing the road behind to go buy the cold drink, this car passed. And when I saw that car and seeing the driver, I don't know how God just did it. My eyes and his eyes just clicked. And then he stopped. So when he stopped, he was like, "Is it here I'm schooling?" I was like, "Yes, I'm schooling here," you know. So he was like, "Wow, okay, that he will be making out time to come and be paying me visits." So that was it. And fast forward to yeah, coming next time, telling one of my classmates to go call me in the school, because I was a boarding student as of then. So to go call me, coming out, chatting, we became friends and all that, and we started dating. We were dating, but then as of then, I was not that kind of into him. All my mindset was, as of then, I was one of those girls that used to be like, I'm going to be serious after my university. I'm going to get married after my university. So for now, I don't want anything that will distract me with my studies. I don't want to get pregnant and all that. So but Holy Spirit keep touching me, and keep touching people around me who knows him as a good guy and keep telling me that this guy is a good guy. So we started dating till I entered the university. My first day in the university, when I got pregnant, and we now decided that we are going to get married. So that was how we got married, my husband and I. So we started life. I started life with him. I came to love him. I loved him so much. He was my soulmate. He was my best friend. He was just my everything. He was my peace. He was the best shoulder I can always lean on. My husband was my best friend, in fact. So I got married. Before I got married, my dad refused that I'm not going to get married because I was young. And let me let you know that I also has two older siblings, my senior sisters, who were not yet married as of then. So I was the one who was quick to get married. So those two of my two older sisters, one was my biological sister, so I was the second. Yeah, so those my two older sisters, they were still there, and me, the young one, getting married as of that age. Um, to me, then I would say that I know a lot as of that age. Then in my 20s plus, I know a lot, but not really a lot as of then. I did not see it coming. I'm going to get married as of then, but as things comes, everything plans changed. So my husband also has been telling me he's going to marry me. I did not believe him because maybe I was not ready until my reality came to me, and we got married and everything. So getting married, that was sometime in a new year on January. We got married, and I have to leave my father's house to their house. So oh my goodness. So growing up, I was like kind of not the talking type and more of a reserved person. Our house, while growing up, we're this kind of people that always stays indoors. We only come out when you are called to come out, except you have your normal daily thing stuffs you are doing. Coming out, I mean, is when visitors come. We are not this kind of people that will come and stay with my parents and be looking at the visitor while the visitor is talking, or staying there with the visitor. No, we are always inside. We are only called to come out and greet the visitor, and we do that and go in. So my dad was the kind of a very strict man that we usually like to just to avoid him. So like that was how I grew up. So going to this family, meeting this family, my husband's family, it was the other way around. So I was trying to fit in, I was trying to do my best, but as of then, it was not enough. It was not enough because I would say then that I don't know how they see me then, but I think the way they see me is I don't know how I'm going to put it, but they're like kind of thinking that I'm pretending to be that way while it wasn't pretense. This is how I was. I like to stay indoors. I'm not this kind of person then, as of then, that likes to go for occasions, like going for occasions or going out. I'm not that kind of person. So I was just like that. So uh maybe they're saying it that I'm a pretense, I'm doing it on pretense and all that. No, I was just like trying to fit in, trying to understand, and also trying to study the new family I was in. So after I had my first child, my first daughter, um a lot of things were not going on the way I it seems I wanted it, and maybe the way it was in my father's house. So it was not going on that way. I feel so bad most of the time, and I feel so bad most of the time because then we were like kind of in a family house. So in a family house where I was with my in-laws and my husband's siblings, including the senior and the younger ones. So, oh, the, in fact, having my first daughter and the way things were going, I was just everything that was now reflecting in my mind. I started thinking about home. I started thinking about my father's house. I started thinking about my senior sisters who are not yet married, and also my junior ones. So I'm like, wow, my sisters are in our house, so enjoying, living their life. Nobody is like when you get married now, some things are limited. So, unlike when you're in your parents' house, so I remember them each time. My mind, I keep remembering them. I keep feeling so bad. In fact, at a time, I started telling my husband that I don't want to this marriage again. I want to go back to my father's house. My husband told me that that I'm not serious. That for me to say this, it means that I don't love him. So, because of the way things were going, maybe some of the things I said then at my age, I was like kind of misunderstood. I was seeing the other way around a lot. So I was just telling him that I cannot continue living in their house. I want to go back to my father's house. So my husband was telling me not to be thinking of that and not to say that again. In fact, there was a time I've already made up my mind. So there's this very day, one of my sister-in-laws, she's this kind of person that prays. Yeah, we all pray, but her own then was extra. Yes, extra, and she was like, okay, she was going with some other family members. She was like, I should come along with them to this prayer woman, and yeah, let's go for prayer. So with other of my sister-in-law. So at first my husband obliged, but I was like, no, he should allow me to go. And that was actually my first time of going to a prayer house, because growing up I have never gone to any prayer house. I don't even know if such things I don't even know such things exist. So that was why I was so eager to go with them. And on going there, one thing leads to another. We started praying and all that. And then that prayer woman, she told me, she said, I recall it always in my memory. It's always in my head. Like she said, that thing you are planning to do, don't do it. That thing you are thinking to do, don't do it. If you do it, God will not be happy with you. Oh my goodness. Immediately she said that. Oh God. Inside my mind, I laughed. I was like, oh God, I'm God's favorite child. I'll say that. God always sees my heart, knows everything I think and everything. Do you know what that woman said? What she said, because then I have already made up my mind that, in fact, if not that very day that my sister-in-laws told me that we are going, that very day or the next day, I've already made up my mind that I'm going to carry my bag and leave that marriage. I have already made up my mind that that very day or the next day, I must pack my things and go back to my father's house. That in fact, I don't want this marriage again. I'm going back. I'm going with my daughter. I don't want to marry again. That I'm too young to get married. Oh my goodness, that was just, I have already made up my mind that I don't want to marry, because I've been telling my husband he doesn't want to listen. So this time around, I said I'm going to do it. If he's not around, I'm just going to leave. And for this prayer woman to say that thing you are planning, that thing you are doing, don't do it. If you do it, God will not be happy with you. After she said that, I don't know. I'm assuming, in fact, I don't even know what again to do. I now say to myself, for God to use this woman to say this to me, it means God wants me to remain in that marriage. God wants me to stay in that marriage for him to say that. So by then I was 21 years old. Yes, I was 21 as of then. So but my sister-in-laws, they did not understood it that way because they don't know, they don't see the ways of God, they don't know the mind, the heart, everything. The way they saw it, they saw it that I was a bad person and maybe I was planning something for them and my mother-in-law. So they were like kind of saying that, yes, God have exposed me. That evil plan I'm planning, God have exposed me that I want to do this to their mother and that. Oh my goodness. Inside me, I was laughing, but I never said anything to them. I only came back and lucky enough, my husband was around. I started telling him. I told him everything. I also told him that how I wanted to run away. And what the prayer woman told me and all that. And he was like, yes, shame on me. That let him see where I'm going to run again. So that was it. So then my in-laws, they did not understand. I can't come and start telling them or arguing with them that no, this is not what I'm planning, this is not what I'm thinking, that it is the other way around. I just kept quiet and kept it to myself. So uh each time I remember that, honestly, each time I remember that, I laughed. And each time I remember it and tell my husband, he laughed and they said, very stupid of me as of then. So I would advise you, that is my viewer and who that is watching this, if you have children and also if you're a young girl or young man who is preparing to get married. As of then, I was still in the university. I was like, I got married when I was in my first year in the university. So as of then and after that, I had my second child, my second daughter. Yeah, so in fact, after that incident, I just relaxed my mind. I relaxed my mind with my husband because I can see that God's hands was in my life, in his life, and in our marriage. God's hands was on us, was in our marriage. So that was how I can see and interpret the whole thing. God wants me to be with him. My husband is a good man. He's a good guy, I must say. In case if he's watching this video at this minute, yes. And I love him like pricelessly, no matter what comes our way. You know, marriage is, like I said earlier, marriage is something that is sweet and bitter. There are sometimes marriage is, we quarrel. We quarrel, and there are sometimes we reconcile. There are sometimes I'm always the one that is always like, every time I'm doing like I want to go, I'm leaving this marriage. I'm always the one that is always like that. And yeah, as time goes, as we grow up, things change. And I also keep praying for God to help me. Yes, because marriage is like two different individuals brought together. You have to study and understand this person. You have to study and understand the other person, the do's, the don'ts, the likes, so that you guys are going to be living in peace and harmony. Otherwise, it's going to be fire. It's going to be fire. It's going to be something else. So that is what marriage is all about. So as of that age, in as much as I loved my husband, I follow him around, I love this guy and everything, I wasn't that ready, prepared somehow. In as much as I know that I'm following him, I loved him and everything, I didn't see it the other way round, you see. So it was just with time, I was growing, I was understanding, and every other thing. So yeah, that was it. And marriage is something that sometimes you will stay and you just get bored of staying one place. When you start feeling that way, the best thing you need is to go on a vacay. Yeah, go on a vacation, travel. If possible, if you can travel alone, or you can, the best is to travel with your partner. You go to beach, you go to sea, sightseeing, travel, have fun together, and also make out time to come back. Like, it will refresh the marriage, it will refresh the love, it will refresh a whole lot, other than every time you are in the house. Like, everything, your mental is, everything is just there. You just need to go out, refresh, cool off, see things the other way around, see the outside, the other side of the world, and then you come back and your marriage will continue to be sweet. Let me tell you, the best thing you can do to yourself is to get married. Yes, to get married. That guy, that lady, that woman you have chosen to be your soulmate, to be your partner, focus and concentrate on that person. And marriage also, I will say that I grew up with my husband. My husband will always say that my father finished training me and gave me to him, so he is now training me. Yes, training me to his own tastes. Yes, my husband will always say that marriage is something that we are not perfect in everything. Every understanding is what life throws at you, and the way the, each day goes by, you'll be seeing and you'll be understanding and all that. So like my husband always says, he trains me, he brought me up the way to his own taste and also reasoning. So, and marrying my husband, I must say, has been the best thing in my life. Before you get married, please pray for God to give you your husband. Yes, pray for God to give you your own husband, though, so you don't go and marry another woman's husband and another man's wife. Pray for God to give you your own wife, because when you marry another man's wife or another man's husband, whew, these are why you see so many people divorcing. They cannot they cannot condole again with each other. In fact, they cannot stand it again. This is why there are so many quarrels, so many killings, so many things, atrocities and all that happens in marriage. So also people who goes through depression, people who goes through a lot while they are married. So pray to God to direct you and to give you your partner, like your soulmate, the man for you. Also pray for God, though, to help you, because this time around we are hearing of a lot of guys killing their girlfriend, all these Yahoo boys butchering and killing and all that. Please pray God to any man or any woman, any man that will bring you to your early death. God should not even let two of you cross paths. Always pray for that. Any man that will that will cut your life short, God should not let two of you cross paths. Always pray that. Pray for long life. Always pray for your family. Pray for your husband. Bless him, so that when things are good for him, also it's also good for you. So I would advise you, as a young couple, as someone who is looking forward towards getting married, someone who also has children, to always educate your children on things that has to do with marriage. Yes, like I said earlier, marriage is something that you have to decide. This is going to be the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. No jumping around, though, no going from one man to another or from one woman to another. This is just the person you are going to spend the rest of your life with, and always pray God to lead you, to direct you, to guide you, and God to give you the wisdom. You see this wisdom? Pray that God will give you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to carry your day-to-day activities in your marriage, because it's very important. Maturity has to do with the mindset, like I said. So that is it for today. There is really no specific age for getting married. Yes, there is really no specific age for getting married. To me, on my own, I would say that the best age you can get married, maybe from, I'll just say from 23 going up, and not the other way around. So that is it. I don't know. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section. I would like to hear your own story, and yeah, tell me about it. I would like to hear from it, and I hope you enjoyed my time with you in this video. Share this video if you can, and don't forget to like this video. Yes, click on the like button. It sure means a lot to me and on YouTube algorithm in the space. And last but not the least is to subscribe to this channel. Yes, subscribe to my channel, turn on my post notification bell so that each time there's a new video in this channel, you will not be left out, to be notified to come and watch. Thank you so much. You are the real MVP if you've really watched till this minute. And also do check out my other videos in this channel which I did that has to do with lifestyle, teaching, marriage, relationship, trending vlogs, and a whole lot of them. Thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you all again. Thanks and bye.